Grand Rising and Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Wagwan. This is your brother Chief. Man, listen, I know it's early and I don't expect a whole lot of you to be on this live, all right? But hopefully you catch hopefully you catch the message. I've been up for a few hours working, putting in that work behind the scenes. I want y'all to know, man, I'm working diligently every day, 24 hours a day. I'm talking about 24/7, working on things, procedures, documents, all right? That's going to take us through this journey. Like I said, we have to get back to the Garden of Eden. We have to get back to a life of abundance. Now, I want you to know this: every rising that you experience, you are the one in charge. You have the power. Remember, you are the creator, and therefore we have power over our creations. So, therefore, the created should not be the one in control of the creator, aka governments. But anyway, that's another lesson. I just want to let you know that the universe, or what you call God, whatever term you want to use, right? But the source of all, the provider of all, I want you to know that the universe or the gods or the creator of all always give you everything that you want and need. All right. Always give you everything that you want and need, because it's very, very significant that you remember you get what you deserve. I'm going to repeat this. I'm going to repeat this. Life is very fair. Okay. We always hear people talk about, oh, life is not fair. And like, no, trust me, life is fair. And we get exactly what we deserve. So everything that happens to us, we deserve it. The problem is we don't take responsibility. We don't take accountability because we think that we could just do anything and then everything is going to happen, you know, in a good or positive way. No, I promise you, you get what you deserve. I get what I deserve, because everything that happens to us is a result of what we planted in the universe. It's a result of what we put in the soil. It's a result of what we put in the earth. Every thought, every thought that is imprinted in your mind, okay, it's a seed that's planted. That's why you have to be very mindful of the things that you think, of the things that come out of your mouth. My brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, your reality is a result of your thoughts and your actions. Stop blaming people for the things that happen to you. Where we are at today is a result of what we did yesterday. And if we want to change where we're going to be tomorrow, guess what? We have to change the things we do today. It is really that simple. It's not complicated. You see, life make it complicated because we choose to make life complicated. The distractions make it complicated because you choose to indulge in distractions. You choose to indulge in gossips instead of taking care of your business. You see, you have to be focused. And that's why I teach what I teach. I teach you about your disciples. I teach you how to master your disciples. I teach you how to become the Christ. You feel me? It's a journey, it's a process, and it's not going to happen overnight. Yes, some may get it sooner than others. And that's just the way some people are built. But some people, they're going to take their time to get this. And it's okay. You see, for me, I meet people where they're at. I don't expect everybody to get everything instantly. All right. The indoctrination is real. The indoctrination has been real for a very long time. But it doesn't mean you cannot unlearn what you were taught. All right. And that's why I tell people I come with truth. I don't do belief systems. So, with that being said, okay, every rising, it's important that you do affirmations that's going to help you grow, that's going to help you build. And every sunset, all right, or what you call evening, night, but I do grand rising, I do the rising, and I do the sunset, all right, because that's what's in nature. So every rising, make sure you do your affirmations as to what you want your day to be like. You feel me? What you want your 24 to be like. And always speak it in the present. Don't say, I'm going to have a good day. Say, I am having a good day. Because remember, Anything that follows I am is the most powerful affirmation, because I am is the most powerful being or form of expression of the all, the great spirit. You feel me? So once you put I am in front of anything, I am as a prefix, be very mindful of what comes after that, because you're literally planting a seed that's going to change the course of your life. You feel me? And then every sunset, then you confirm those affirmations. So at sunrise, let's say, I am having a superb day. Then at sunset, you say, I am thankful I had a superb day. So therefore, now you are concealing, okay, confirming that affirmation that you made at sunrise. And always remember to give gratitude. You see, too many of us are not grateful. Nobody's saying that you have to pray, pray, pray. I'm not saying that, but be grateful. Give thanks. Give thanks to the universe. Give thanks to the righteous ancestors. Give thanks to the righteous gods. Now, mind you, if you hear me and you hear me well, you hear that I speak of the righteous gods and the righteous ancestors, because most people don't realize we live in a world of duality. So you have the gods and the ancestors of unrighteousness, and you have the gods and you have the gods of righteousness and the ancestors of righteousness. So if you just put the word out there without being specific, then because we live in a world where the energy, the vibration is so low, and that's what's being promoted, then that's what the universe is going to interpret. You feel me? That's what the universe is going to give you. So you have to be more specific and speak and talk to the gods of righteousness, to our ancestors of righteousness. You want to make sure that you are specific in your affirmations. You want to make sure that you're specific in the things that you put out there in the universe, because the universe don't tell the difference. Grand rising lineage. Okay, there you go. I am having. Absolutely. You feel me? Because the universe don't know how to differentiate between good and evil, because the universe just is. Whatever you put out there and you stamp it out there, that's what's going to come back. Whatever impression that you make on the universe, it's going to put it back out there to you. And trust and believe. Again, if I tell you to believe anything, I'm lying to you. You feel me? So trust and believe. If you don't do the right thing will happen to you. Guess what? That's a lie. I don't want you to believe that. I want you to know that if you put anything out there, it's going to come back to you. Now, for some of you, that may sound a little bit confusing, but rewind the video and listen a little bit slowly. The bottom line is, I don't do belief systems. I know these things. All right. So be kind to people. You feel me? Be passionate. Show sympathy. I'm not saying that you should be a punk. I'm not saying that you should be a fool. I'm not saying that you should just go ahead and just open up your life to any and everybody. No, that's not what I'm saying. With all that being said, I encourage you to exercise some form of discernment. All right? Absolutely. You feel me? But because you are kind to people, it doesn't mean that you're going to allow people to use you, or, I mean, to abuse you, pardon me. Because I tell people, I want you to use me. Use me. Why would I want to be dealing with people that cannot use me? Why would I want to have people around me that I cannot use? You see, people are using the word use and confusing it with abuse. You dig? I want you to use me, because if you're not useful to me, then you're useless. So I tell people, use me, but just don't abuse me. There's a difference. So I want people in my circle that I can use, because if I can't use them, they are useless. I don't want useless people around me. It's all in the words, my brothers and sisters. You feel me? In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word became God. So anytime you speak, you are speaking God. And how do I confirm that? Go back to that Bible verse that says, life and death is in the tongue. So basically, when you are speaking life or death. You feel me? And every day we are speaking life or death over our lives. Every day we are speaking life or death over our children, over our loved ones, over people, and we don't realize that. Instead of saying that my son or daughter, oh, you're the terrible twos, why would you want to put that form of impression on your child's life? Why not say, well, hey, you know what? You're 2 years old. That is the best 2 years of your life. Why not say it that way, opposed to saying, oh, well, terrible twos. Oh, well, these badass children. Why say that? Why not say, well, these amazing children? You are an amazing son, an amazing daughter. And you don't realize, again, the power of life and death that you're putting over your children because you are so programmed to go with the status quo because we hear about terrible twos. Hmm? We have to change the way we think. And when you change the way we think, you change your thinking process, then you change your speaking process. And when you change your speaking process, you change your reality because your thoughts become your words and your words become your actions and your actions become your reality. So who has the control? Who has the power? It's you. You feel me? Now, I've been up since what, about 5:30. I already did about how many sit-ups and crunches. Before I went to bed, I did 200 sit-ups, 200 crunches. And I got up and I did that. Okay, said my affirmations, and I'm at the computer working. I had a choice to get up and listen to the news, but no, why would I want to do that? I had a choice to get up and go smoke some weed, but why would I do that? I don't do these things because I am disciplined. Now, I'm not knocking what you do. What you do is what you do. But I want you to know there are, you know, um, repercussions to the actions that we take. You feel me? So know that you are the master of your destiny. That's why it's called destiny. You are the one that put it in place. Nobody else but you. Everything that we're experiencing is something that we already agreed to thousands, millions, trillions of years ago. Okay, it was already set in stone, and we are just going through the experience. And we get mad at the world, we get mad at people, we get mad at everything around us except taking responsibility. You know what? Man, this is true. This is something that I actually agreed to in a different eon. And now it's manifesting in this third dimensional realm. So, what's the best way to deal with this? What's the best way? What's the best form of approach? Is to just go through the experience and identify the good and the bad and the indifferent and learn from the lesson. It's really that simple. Okay. Hence, everything in the universe is a lesson because that's why it's called the universe. Okay. You go to universities to do what? To learn. And when you graduate from universities, you get what? A degree, right? It's the same thing. The universe is here. That's it. Keep moving forward. You're absolutely correct. So the whole experience of the universe is to learn. And when you graduate, the sun will give you your degrees. You feel me? The sun will give you your degrees. Why do you think the sun, the temperature or the frequency of the sun is given in degrees? When you go to a university, you get what? A degree when you graduate. So once you have mastered yourself, once you have grown into yourself, okay, on a certain frequency, the sun will definitely shine on you and give you a degree, okay, of accomplishment because we are natured people. You dig? So I just took a break, to come share this with you. It wasn't planned, but the higher self, spoke to me and said, hey, Chief, you know what? Just do a live. The words will come, the message will come. Okay? Because I don't know who I'm speaking to at this rising, but I felt that somebody needed to hear that. Remember, it doesn't matter what people say about you. The most important thing is what you say and how you feel about yourself. You may be able to fool people, but you can't fool yourself. Remember, you are not the flesh that are vibrating and living our lives through our only through our conscious mind, that frontal lobe. Be very, very careful and be very mindful. You feel me? Of the temptations that are around you. You dig? Learn to go within, go into your subconscious mind. That's what sub means. Sub means beneath. Sub means under. You within. You have to go within yourself. You have to go beneath the subconscious mind, and pull these things out of you and pull the greatness out of you, because those seeds are planted deep within you, those seeds of greatness. You feel me? The richest place on the planet is the cemetery. I'm going to repeat that. The richest place on earth is the cemetery. Do you know why? It's because too many people die and they did not live the full potential of their lives. They died with that invention that was going to change the world. They died with that idea that was going to change the world. They died with this concept of medicine, something that was going to change people's lives, because they were afraid to take a chance. They were afraid to step up and be their greatest self. Don't be afraid to be the best you. Don't matter what anybody says. Don't be afraid to be the best you. People will talk. If you do good, people will talk. If you do bad, people will talk. So to hell with them. Be good, be righteous, be upright, do the right thing. Anything that you do in the dark, make sure you are able to do it in the light. That's when you know you are on the path of righteousness. And once you have done that, you will activate your disciples. And guess what you're going to do? You will go into this world and be fishers of men. Convert the man into the Christ. Resurrect the dead. And that's what I do. That's what we have the ability to do. It is all allegory, and it's all about your life. It's all about my life. It's all a story. So stop focusing on the messenger and focus on the message. Did you get the message? Love yourself first. You see what I'm saying? Too many of us are looking for people to love us and we don't love ourselves. Too many of us are looking for people to appreciate us and we don't appreciate ourselves. Too many people are looking for people to honor them and we don't honor ourselves. You see, respect and charity starts at home, and it starts with you. If you don't respect yourself, how do you expect people to respect you? If you're out here calling yourself a bitch and a hoe, how do you expect me to respect you? I don't respect female dogs. If you're a man and you're out here calling yourself a dog, why would I respect you? If you're a dog, you're a dog, period, and you belong where dogs belong. So once again, man, be careful of the words that you attach to your being. Protect yourself, protect your energy. Stop welcoming everything and anything. Many years ago, I told people, in front of your door, most people have doormats, right? And we are being taught, and it has become a custom to have a doormat that says welcome. Why would I want to put that in front of my door? That means you are welcoming any type of energy. There is no type of security. There's no type of vetting. Okay. There's no type of you don't know what or whom you are inviting into your home. You just have a big doormat that says welcome. Oh, really? Do you know that vampires, they need permission to come into your home? And when I say vampires, I'm not talking about what you see on TV. I'm talking about vampires as in energies that are here to literally eat you alive. Okay? And you just have a big doormat that says welcome. You feel me? And there's no vetting. So therefore, any type of energy is welcome into your home. My brothers and sisters, this is not a game, man. This is not a game. You feel me? I would rather have a mat that says you are not welcome. And then when somebody come to the door, I have the option to welcome them or not. So my mat is going to say you are not welcome. You feel me? I hope you get the science in what I just shared with you. Hmm? No, my doormat is going to say you are not welcome. And when you knock, I see who it is. Then and only then I decide if you are welcome. But I'm not just going to welcome any type of energy or entity in front of my door. No, man. You have to learn to master your disciples, master yourself. And it's only when you learn to master the higher self, become the master, then the master will be the master of the flesh. Hence the scripture or the verse that says, slaves, obey your earthly masters as you would your God in heaven. But of course, man took that and teach people that, hey, God said, let's enslave people. That's not what it meant. Okay. And I've already explained that to you in videos, but I'll explain it again. Slaves, obey your earthly master. The slave is the flesh, as you would your God in heaven, the higher self that's within you, because the kingdom of heaven is within. So therefore, heaven is within you, as you would your God on in heaven. That's all it means. So the slave is the master. Is the slave is the higher self. The I am is the master of the flesh, and the slave is the flesh. The flesh is the slave of the higher self. That's all it is. But still, you're not supposed to abuse your slave, which is your flesh. If you take care of your slave will take care of you. You feel me? Go look at it. Go look at anywhere in history, and you see where people was enslaved. And I promise you, if you see the master is taking care of the slave, guess what? That slave is the most loyal slave on the plantation. Why? Because that master is taking care of that slave. So if you take care of your flesh will take care of you. You feel me? It is really that simple. So in conclusion, I'm about to get out of here because this wasn't meant to be a long video. In conclusion, remember this. You are the ones that create your reality. You are the ones that create your ality. I'm going to rephrase that and say ality opposed to reality, because if it was already established, then it wouldn't be a reality. Okay? So I'm going to say ality. Ality. So you are the one that creates your ality. Because if it was already created, then there's no need to reality. You feel me? You see, we fell from a state of ality and we were given a state of reality. We have to go back to ality. All right, the organic form of life, loving, abundance. We have to get back to that. And every single day that you rise, you are the ones that make that decision, whether you do it consciously or subconsciously. It happens involuntarily because it has become a habit. I'm going to repeat that. The things that you do habitually every single day is because it was practiced, and therefore it becomes an involuntary action. Take, for instance, the first thing you do when you rise, you want to drink, you want to smoke, you want to use profanity. You see, those are habits. And I promise you, anything that you do for 21 days becomes a habit. So if you want to unbreak those habits, or you want to break those habits, pardon me, if you want to break those bad habits, then you practice good ones. All right? And I hear a lot of people say, well, practice make perfect. That's not true, because you could practice imperfectly. I'm going to repeat that. I hear a lot of people say that practice make perfect. No. I'm going to tell you that practicing perfect makes perfect. Because if you're just practicing, all you're doing is practicing, and you could be practicing imperfectly. So therefore, your practice will be imperfect. But if you're practicing perfectly, you will be perfect. So everything is in the words. Renew your mind. Put on the mind of Christ to become the Christ. So therefore, you have to move in a state of righteousness. Trust me, you know when you are doing wrong. You know when you are doing things that are not righteous. You know that because it comes as a thought first. And then you choose not to ignore the thought. You choose not to say, "Get thou behind me, Satan." And therefore, you allow Satan to pull you into a realm of low frequency actions. And when I say Satan, all Satan means is adversary. I'm not talking about the spook that they taught you about. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not talking about the spook they taught you with a red outfit and horns and a tail. No. You see, every one of us, each and every one of us, we have the potential of a growing Satan adversary in us. It's already in us. You just have to learn how to say, "Get thou behind me, Satan," because Satan is always going to come as a thought. You always have two voices. And there's an American Indian proverb, which I've already shared with you, but I'm going to share it with you again for the purpose of this video. A grandfather was taking his grandson on a hike, and they went to the mountains, and they got to a certain elevation. And the grandfather was telling the grandson a story, and he said, "Son, within each and every one of us, there's two wolves. We have the good wolf and we have the bad wolf." And the son, is looking at his grandfather, in amazement, and children love stories. So he's smiling in anticipation, he wants to hear the story. And the grandfather said, "Yes, there's two wolves in each and every one of us, a good wolf and a bad wolf. And they're always fighting at odds with each other, but one of them must win." I'm going to repeat that. They are always at odds with each other, but one of them must win. And the grandson looked at the grandfather in amazement and he said, "Grandfather, well, which one will win?" The grandfather looked beyond, the mountains. And then he turned back and looked at his grandson and he said, "Son, the one that's going to win is the one you feed the most." What does that mean? It means that we have two voices in each and every one of us. We have two energies in each and every one of us. And the one that wins is the one we feed the most. The music you listen to feeds that wolf in you. The people you hang around feeds the wolf in you. The things that you look at on TV or anywhere else, it feeds the wolf in you. The question is it good or is it bad? You feel me? So, my brothers and sisters, you have the ultimate power, and you have to know when and be strong enough to say, "Get thou behind me, Satan," because Satan is always trying to awaken itself. And I'm saying itself. Satan is not a he, Satan is not a she. It's a frequency, it's an energy. So it always pushing to awaken itself in you to throw you off your course, throw you off righteousness, throw you off your uprightness, bring you back into the flesh so that you're no longer the Christ, no longer the God. It's always there to tempt you. You feel me? But you are in control. Be the God, be the goddess that walk around among men. All right? So with that being said, man, enjoy your 24. I'm wishing you an amazing 24, an amazing continuation. And I hope that the universe gives you everything that you deserve. Now, you heard what I said, right? What you deserve. And what you deserve, what you want, what you need is exactly what you're going to get because you deserve it. All right? If you plant seeds of good thoughts, you plant seeds of good intentions, then those things will happen to you. If you do the opposite, then those things will happen to you. Each and every one have an option to repent from all the things that we did we were not supposed to. Everybody was born perfect, but we were born imperfectly perfect. I'm going to repeat that because that might go over some heads. All right? We were all born imperfectly perfect, but we have to step back into a realm of perfection because the imperfection was actually perfect as well. You feel me? Because we had to experience this perfect form of imperfection. But now it's time to step back into perfection without the imperfection. So therefore, you have to practice. And the way that you practice, if you practice perfect, you will become perfect. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, well, I'm not perfect." No, I am perfect because I'm going to make that affirmation until I become. I'm going to fake it until I become. You feel me? You hear the saying in the hood, "Fake it until you make it." You feel me? So I'm going to continue to say that I'm perfect. Why would I want to tell myself I'm not perfect? Nah, I am perfect. The words, my brothers and sisters, will determine your reality. And because you don't get it right, then you have to go through a process of reality. Be perfect in Christ. And I'm not talking about, again, the sky daddy that they told you. No, Christ is a perfect energy. And that energy cannot be created and it cannot be recreated. As a matter of fact, no form of energy can be created or recreated. It could only transform. So therefore, if you put on the mind of Christ, you will be transformed into the Christ. You feel me? Salvation is within, and salvation comes from you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save us. You got to save yourself. But together as a collective, we could learn to grow and save ourselves together. But it starts with you. You are the Omega. You are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. And I'm talking about in the flesh. All right, because within the spirit is absolute. The I am is absolute. The I am doesn't have a beginning. The I am doesn't have an end. So therefore, the I am is not the Omega or the Alpha or the Omega. However, the I am manifested the Alpha and the Omega, which is the beginning and the end. The I am is absolute. You are immortal. And when I speak of you, I'm talking about the I am in you. You feel me? That's immortal. However, the flesh is not immortal. The flesh will go back to the earth. And in essence, the earth is immortal. The earth is absolute. So we could say that the flesh is immortal because it goes back to the earth. You feel me? So all there is life. There's no such thing as death. All there is life. There's no such thing as death. All right? But to have eternal life, we have to be righteous. Because you could live a life, all right, where you really don't reincarnate to experience heaven. And that's a fact. I've already broken that down in videos, so there's no need to go into that right now. You feel me? But just know that the seeds that you plant are the crops or the fruits that you're going to sow. So be mindful how you treat yourself, how you speak yourself, how you speak to yourself, the words you attach to yourself, and be kind to people. All right? Y'all enjoy your 24. I love you, man. And that's why I do what I do. I truly do. You know, and I know what true love is because I love myself. I do. I love myself to a point where it's amazing. And it's a beautiful feeling that you could love people that you don't know, even people that don't like you, even people that wish you ill, even people that speak ill about you. You love them because love is the greatest feeling there is. Love opens up the heart chakra. And when the heart chakra is open, man, trust me, you're making your way to your throat chakra, your first eye or your third eye, and then your crown chakra. And all of a sudden, you're a big ball of light, of righteousness, and your light will shine. It doesn't matter what form of darkness that come, that spark in you is always going to light up that room. And people will know the difference in your energy because it speaks for itself. So it doesn't matter what people say about you. It doesn't make a difference. You know what you are and who you are. That's all that matters. You feel me? So take care of yourselves. All right? And every second, every minute, every hour, every day, you are changing. Sometimes, you know, the change is so minuscule that you can't tell the difference. But every single day, your cells are literally generating a new you. Okay? But it only becomes what you put within. So if you want to become a new righteous individual, man or woman, then plant seeds of righteousness. Fight against Satan. Fight against the adversary that's within. Overcome, defeat. You see, the war in heaven, it never stopped. You feel me? Of course, the illusion of religion will teach you, oh, well, there was a war in heaven and Satan and this. No, heaven is within. So therefore, the war has always been within. And it's the higher self versus the lower self that's always within. But the goal is for them to come together. The goal is for them to create a state of what's called equilibrium. All right, equilibrium, because anytime you master anything and you abuse it, there's always going to be some type of revolt, some type of revolution. Nothing or nobody likes being oppressed or attacked. So, therefore, the goal is to be one with yourself. Okay? Don't abuse yourself. The goal is not to abuse the lower self because the lower self will revolt. The lower self will fight back. And that was the first war in heaven. Okay? The higher self wanted to master the lower self, and the lower self decided to revolt, to fight back. It's an allegory, meaning that the higher self wanted to manifest in the flesh. The higher self wanted to create a home in the flesh, but the flesh was fighting back. That was the first war in heaven. So therefore, the flesh is the adversary, Satan, to the higher self. And then it had to go through a process of learning how to create some form of equilibrium. And that's when Noah was created. Noah means rest. Noah means 11. When you take Noah's name and you do the numerology and you put the letters together with the numbers of the alphabet, it comes up to 11. So therefore, Noah means rest, where the higher self and the lower self came in one man and they were able to agree. Equilibrium, that's what Noah means. You feel me? And then you have Jesus, which is also equivalent to 11 because it adds up to 74. 7 and 4 is 11. And Lucifer is also equivalent to 74. 7 and 4 is 11. So Lucifer and Jesus is the same polarity, the same pole, but different polarity. But when you see 11, 11, that means Jesus and Lucifer are actually on the same accord. That's balance, that's equilibrium. You see, all these things that they're teaching with the spookism, you don't have to be afraid of those things. You feel me? That's why in the allegorical Bible, you'll realize that Jesus and Lucifer are identical in terms of when we talk about, the morning star and the star of the morning and the dawn, all that stuff is the same thing. They are the same, just different frequencies. You feel me? So, with that being said, just know again, you are in control and you are the master of your own fate. All right. So, I'm about to conclude this and we'll talk soon. Don't forget to check the link below. Go to the website, www.myniji.com. Get the merch, get the books. Let's make this thing happen. We have a lot of work to do, but first, the work begins with self evaluation. Look yourself in the mirror, evaluate yourself. When you go to a job and you are not performing the way you're supposed to, what does the boss do? The boss calls the manager and say, hey, listen, man, we need to do an evaluation. All right. Let's do an evaluation of everybody that's working here. Let's see if they're fit for the job. And if they're not fit for the job, we have to get some new people. So what you want to do is you want to take an evaluation of yourself. Okay. Do an evaluation of yourself. Get a book, get a pen, get a pad. Remember, the pen is mightier than the sword, right? You want to evaluate yourself, the good attributes of you, the bad attributes of you, and then you want to start working on those things. You improve what's good to become better, and then you start correcting the things that are bad. Work on you, become a better you. Okay, whatever addiction that you think you're going through, okay, know that you could overcome it. It's all over, it's mind over matter. Always remember that it's mind over matter. It's really that simple. But yes, as Lauryn Hill said, life could be so simple, but we rather make it hard. All right. So may the righteous ancestors and the righteous gods continue to guide you, protect you, and look over you. And like I said, in closing, I wish you everything that you deserve. We'll talk soon. Take care.